Okay, here we go again. A one-off tutorial. This time we are looking at the piece of online software called PISKEL. PISKEL, is that French? PISKEL. The website we're looking at is www.piskelapp.com. And as you can see by this page, one I prepared earlier, we have got a piece of software which is fantastic at creating pixel art, first of all, but it's also fantastic at creating animated GIFs. For this one-off lesson tutorial, we are going to look at creating an animated emoji. And I've taken two emojis, just a smiley face one and this sort of crying with laughter emoji. And I've just, got 4 frames. The last 2 frames are the same, and I've just inserted a middle frame where the tears are a little bit smaller, just to sort of create the look that this emoji is crying, as you can see here. This is wonderful, and it's open source. Apparently, if I go to the website, we'll get started. Yeah, we've got PISKEL. We can download it. We can download it as a sort of standalone offline application for the Windows, Mac, and for Linux. Or we can work online. You can log in through your Google account, so there's no need to be for anybody to, if you've got Google Classroom and your kids have all got a Google email address at school, there's no need to be sort of doing weird things, having to set up usernames and passwords and everything else. Yeah, really, really good. So, without further ado, I'm going to create a sprite. Then I'm going to show you around what we can do. So it starts off, we've got a basic sort of white on black environment. A little bit different, quite modern, quite stylish. Various tools down the side to import and export different bits. But yeah, saving the file, you can save it online to the gallery. You can also save locally, export the file to your desktop or somewhere else. We can set the grid. I think this is 32 by 32. If I go to preferences, resize, is it this one? Yeah, 32 by 32 pixels. I think that's the default. We can go 16 by 16, 8 by 8, however you want to draw it. I'm going to leave it on 32 by 32. So everything's sort of controlling the actual animation itself, controlling the actual document is here on the right hand side. The creation of it is here on the left hand side. So I've got some transforms and things as well on this right hand side, and we've also got layers, which I'm not going to worry about too much today. We've got onion skinning, we've got everything in this app. But I'm going to be working on a emoji. I'm going to try and recreate first of all a smiley face emoji, which shouldn't be too difficult, and then we're going to build on that and maybe do the crying with laughter and blending between the two. So I've not managed to turn mouse clicks off, so please don't get too annoyed by that when I come to start drawing this. It defaults. We've got primary, we've got black, and we've got white, and we can swap between the two, like we're on Adobe Photoshop. But I'm going to click on black. That's the only colour I've got at the moment, and I'm going to use the paint bucket tool and fill a black background. Black background is great, and it's also easier to see the grid on there. So emojis are circular, so I'm going to choose a circle, but this time I want a different colour. So I click here, and I can go straight in and I can do hexadecimal colours. So I can pick an orange. So full red, 99 for the green, and 00 for the blue. Orange. Okay, we choose that. It's in the palette. I'm now going to choose the circle tool. Start at the top, and we will bring that down to the bottom. So we've got an outline for our face. We need yellow. Change that to FF. Yellow, orange, purple. We're going to use yellow, and we're going to use the flood fill again. to create this. I'm just going to do the background. I'm going to create a shadow on here, and I'm going to create a highlight at this side, just to make it a little bit more like a button, like more of a 3D face. So, best way of doing this, if I choose orange, but this time I'm going to go a little bit darker. Yeah, that's okay. Whatever that colour is. Bang. Pencil tool this time. So we've got various tools. A vertical mirror pen tool, which I'll demonstrate. I think I remember how you do it. Pencil tool, fill tool. No idea. Eraser tool, of course. Straight line tool, drawing lines. Drawing rectangles, drawing circles, moving objects, and we'll come to this. This is bizarre. Magic shape selection tool. Again, not a clue. Rectangle selection tool. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Ah, right, okay. So I see. And lasso selection tool. That's not a bad idea. Shift to apply to 1 pixel. So if I... Ah, okay. If I go shift... No, we'll stick with this. And what's that one? Dithering tool. Again, not a clue. So, we darken this. Whether I like that brown. We'll see. Looking at the smaller version, it does look okay. Maybe come all the way across the bottom. Good. So we've got like an outside edge. And then I'm going to choose white. All the Fs. Sorry. Yeah, all the Fs. Bit of a weird thing, this, because you click on it, you think, okay, yeah, great. But then what happens? If I click there, it does add it. So, this time up here. The noise you can hear now is I'm at my mother's house for the Easter, and yes, they've got a log burner, which makes a lot of noise. Anyway, it's stopped now. So we have got the basic face for our emoji. So I'm going to use black, and I'm going to put 2 eyes in. I'm going to show you the in fact, no, I'll do the mouth first. So draw a circle, like so. Put a straight line across. Nice wide mouth. Straight line tool, like so. Put some teeth in. White. Maybe some more teeth, like so. I'm just going to yellow this out, and then I can use a paint bucket tool and get rid of this. Okay, and then I'm going to choose a grey, all the 9s, and we'll fill that in, like so. So we've got the mouth. We've got ourselves a mouth for our emoji. Mouth and teeth. And now we just need a set of eyes. So back to black. I'm going to try this. Ah, that's here. Okay. So we can draw our eyes. Let's just undo that. Undo that. Control Z on the keyboard. So if I was to do this, this, this. There we go. We have our emoji. Now those eyes are a bit big. I wonder if I can make them a little bit smaller. That's okay. So there we got the first face. It's not great. I'm just looking at my other one. Here, I coloured the eyes in. So let's go back to this grey. We can use the eyedropper, or you can use the palette here. Use this one and it changes the colours. So we've got, you can, rather than going into it and picking the colours, we can choose various colours, and it, as you can see, it changes on this side. Let's choose that grey again. Again, fill tool. And pop that in place. So there we go. There's the first. Of course, there's only one frame, so there's nothing we can do in terms of animation. But what I am going to do now is I'm going to turn. This is what I'm going for next. I've already found the emoji on Google, so I'm going to try and create these eyes and these tears. Yeah. So what we got there? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So 1, 2, maybe 5 across, 5 and 7. Thinking 5 across there, 7 across there, 1 down, 1 down. So 3 by 7 potentially. So if I hover over this pixel 1, this our first this and the thing, the first frame we've drawn, the first cell. I am going to click on duplicate the frame. Now I'm going to remove the eyes, choosing yellow. As you can see, the animation started up like that. So we've got flashing eyes. Onion skinny, you can see the previous frame. Turn that off. But you can go silly speeds, and then I could export this. But I'm just going to knock it down to 0 because it's a little bit like when you're driving along in a car and the sun's streaming in through a side window and it's in your eyes. The last thing we want. So use this tool again. Click on black. 7, I was thinking. The eyes need to be fairly low down, so maybe here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, bang. That's not bad. Then we've got some eyebrows going on. We sort of curl. Undo that. Like so. So see how this looks. Yeah, it's okay. They're maybe a little bit wide apart, but I'm not too worried. It's a basic idea. So we've got the happy face. We've got the ecstatic face. Now we need the tears. And now I'm going to show you the copy and paste facility and the transform. This is a little bit awkward. So I'm going to find a blue. Let's do the RGB value. Get the standard blue. And we use a circle tool. Now the tear comes off his face, and it's sort of, we want a teardrop that's sort of going off of his face. It's going to be this sort of shape. That might collide with the side. Not quite like that. Okay. Let's try and draw. Curve this around. so it actually looks like a tier, like so, and we'll start filling in the bits. Nice big tiers, there we go, superb. Pleased with that. Now what we can do, in fact I'm just going to put some highlights on. So again, you'd think, if I come down here, lighten, shift, apply once per pixel. So I'll shift. Just lightening it, it's not great. That's better. Okay, so we've got the new colour in this current colour. That colour for the palette. Pencil. I'm quite liking that. Maybe one more. Not that though. Not that. Come around any more, maybe? Yeah. And then let's go light again, and I'll just okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm just going to lighten that a tad more using this tool. Okay. There we go. Okay. That's quite nice. 10% battery, so I ought to speed up, or we might have to cut this short. If I choose now the rectangle tool, and I select this area here, i.e. the tier, I've gone right to the edge, I've covered all the tier. I'm now going to go to Command C, Command V. Nothing happens at the moment. I'm going to transform using the option and click that. So it's pasted it in, but you think, well, where's the other tier gone? Now if I Control V now, it will paste that tier back in place. So I copied it, Control C, I pasted it, I transformed it using this transform tool and using the option key, and then that obviously didn't paste it, so you had to paste it back in again, and it's put that tier back in place there. Experiment with this. I've started using this today. I'm sure there's lots of other ways and means of doing things, but I'm just trying to find the easiest option and try and pass that on to yourselves. So that's 2 tiers. That's proper crane. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I want that mouth back, and I'm going to make these tiers smaller because I'm going to add a second. I'll just show you this one. So it looks like he's crying. Yeah, okay, I'll go with that. So 4 frames per second, 2 frames per second. What it has done, I don't know if you've noticed that, it's mirrored, because I use the mirroring tool, it's mirrored around here. You see that? So the brown's moving around the face, which is not what I want. So, back into this, I am going to choose the brown. I am going to just do this. No, it's there, isn't it? Is that? Pop. Control C on the keyboard, or Command C, we're on a Mac. Command C into this one. Command V, paste it in. And then I'm just going to paint in 2 tiers. try using this tool. So blue. Yeah. Not very much like tears. I don't want too big. That'll do. Just lighten that. Like so. Play that one. There we go. Let's let it grind. Crying. And then finally, I'm just going to duplicate that frame. So that stays on for a while. Boom. Crying. And up that. Maybe 4 frames per second. There we go. So that's done. That's my animation done. I'm pleased with that. I've not used all the tools in the tool palette. I'm sure there's another lesson we could do on this. But as I say, the whole idea is a one-off lesson. I mean, if you wanted to take it a step further, give the kids grid paper and get them to draw it out first. Get them to draw the frames. Get them to do some research into emojis. You could link it to PHSCE and emotions and how are they feeling today. Oh, any number of ideas. But without further ado, we can control the frames per second using this. Perfect. Okay, no problem with that. I'm going to set mine to 4. Set a 32 by 32. I'll leave that as it is. Save. Let's have a look. Yep, perfect. I've got some options here. I'm going to save it first of all. So I've got it on. I've logged in using my Google account. I'm just going to save it as crying new. Okay. Make it public. Yes, fine. Save to my gallery. Okay, but now I'm going to export this, and I'm going to export it, and we can. This is brilliant because we can go to different sizes. It can be a massive. We can go to a sort of standard size 1:1, so it would be 32 actual pixels across. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go. What shall I do? I think I'll do it 16. I am going to export it as a GIF, not as a PNG or a zip or anything else. Otherwise, it won't play as the animation. And I'm going to download this as an animated GIF. Download. So it builds the animated GIF and pops it in. Crying new. Now, if I go to show in Finder, I've got the Crying new. Of course, well, I'm on a Mac, so I'm just going to right-click on that just to show you, and I'm going to open with Chrome. And there is my animated GIF. Absolutely fantastic. PISKEL. PISKELapp.com. Absolutely brilliant app and fantastic for a one-off lesson, and it's free. Oh, you can download it. But yeah, free software. Superb. So that is the end of that animation, or rather the end of that, well, the end of the animation, but the end of the tutorial. So thank you very much for watching. Please visit piskelapp.com. Please visit robertbulmer.co.uk for more of the same. You should be able to find all of these animations on my YouTube channel, but also on the tes.com, the teaching website. Thank you for watching, and look out for me next time. Thank you very much indeed. Bye bye.